everybody? My name's Joshua Morrison, director of Johnny Moths, Lessons in Confidence, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about some of my really old stuff, things that I'm really not particularly proud of anymore, but things that were necessary to make in order to get to the point where I am now, where I seem to be making things that I am quite happy with, that I feel like will maybe stand the test of time, even if they're not necessarily of super high quality. I'll at least be able to look back on them and go, yeah, I'm glad I did that, you know. So this was my first real channel, and you're starting to already see some unlisted, right? So we got stuff like this, which was this was a series that I thought I could do to try and get like loads of watch time. I do quite like the shot. The shot's quite cool, but it's literally just a loop. Just this. This is all it is. See that bird? That bird's probably going to come back in like a minute or something like that. This is all it is. And you know, it is a good shot. I'm pretty happy with it. But you know what? I did 6 or 8 of these, and I don't think it was worth it, because 34 views, 6 likes. And this is before ChatGPT, so I couldn't get ChatGPT to do all this. So, in the eye of the storm, only amongst so much chaos and business is a tranquility like this hidden. The rotation of sounds in and out, from conversations in foreign languages, to airplanes going overhead, to the cuckooing of birds, to the breeze of the wind. Allow your mind to wander and let go of its groundings. The hidden peace within this view of St. Paul's Cathedral of Vesuvius, with its serenity and density. St. Paul's Cathedral is a famous tourist hotspot in central London, just up the River Thames from the House of Parliament and Big Ben. This place represents the city life about as well as any place could possibly do this side of the Ural Mountains. It was a great time visiting this place. I came to central London a few times in the early hours last month in order to get out using my car. Yeah, that is true. Because it was the middle of summer. So you'd be getting like a sunrise at like 3:40, and you know how they filmed Children of Men? The bit in Children of Men, you know, the Children of Men London scene. You know the whole thing of him wandering around the... Not Children of Men, 28 Days Later. You know the thing of him wandering around? All this stuff? So this was all filmed. The way they did this is they went out to central London at like 3:30 in the morning. I think they probably had a carrier bag for loads of litter. Like, probably some of this is real litter, but they just added to the litter, and then they had like someone that was just going to sweep it all up at the end, and that was kind of how they did things. And that really seemed to work for them. So you got loads of stuff like this. And there's no one in any of the shots, because this is all like 3 in the morning. That's what gives it this kind of interesting look as well. So I was kind of going out and getting to central London for like 4 in the morning and shooting loads of stuff like this. A lot of the footage is from this one, I believe. It didn't work as well for me because there were loads of people all over the place. So this is just random, like quite generic footage of central London that's not really well put together. The song isn't great either. Look at the artifact in there. I do like this seagull though. This seagull's brilliant. Look at him. Yeah, I'm not listening to any more of this. The old music I can't stand. I think the thing is I was so scared to do different tones and do like hit different notes that I just hit the same note for like 7 minutes straight. Look at him. Look at the way he does that. It's so cool. That's the best bit of this video. Easily the best bit of this video. So there was a lot of these old music video sort of things like that. There's this performance from the Cross Lancers where I try and play something. Let's see how that goes. Jesus Christ. I couldn't really play guitar at this time. What am I doing? No, this shouldn't be allowed.
This is one off of royalty-free.
I do like that. What am I fucking doing? This goes on for 5 minutes. This goes on for 5 minutes. What am I doing? I'm just pissing about. But there's like 30 people in front of me watching this. Oh God. So we've got quite a lot of this kind of thing. A lot of quite crap music with quite crap music videos that are quite uninspiredly put together. Like, you know, at least with this new one that I've come up with, there was a reason why I used this footage in particular, because it has a deeper resonance with me, and I wanted to have that back up what the thing of the what the song's about, because the song's about love, and this is all footage from a first date. So I thought those two things work kind of together, and even if, you know, I had to explain that to you, there was an intention going into the music. I feel like with this old stuff, there's no intention of anything other than just to release some stuff. Because I was too scared to be my true self, to reveal anything that could possibly be vulnerable or anything like that. I wanted to be an artiste without having the vulnerability. And at that point, you're just a corporate brand. And at the same time, I tried to be a comedian. So let's cringe at that.
Hey there, have you ever heard of grifting? Have you ever wondered how you can grift someone of all their money and then have the money for yourself so you can spend that money on something that you want and not something that they want? Those bastards! Oh, well, I have the best news.
What was that? There was almost good delivery there, and like, and not something that they want, those bastards. Like, there was something to the quick nature of it, but like, what am I cutting
You can
to?
grift someone. Hey there, have you ever heard of grifting?
And what's with
Have
the
you ever
green
wondered how
screen?
you
What the
can
fuck's
grift
in the
someone
background?
of all their money and then have the money for yourself so you can spend that money on something that you want
Yeah.
and not something that they want?
They, and I've just goed they,
Those bastards!
and then it's just the images of they, because I couldn't be bothered to do anything.
Oh, well, I have the best news for you. Introducing something absolutely spectacular.
Yeah? Yeah? Money?
Just collect piles and piles of money.
I shouldn't have said that. I should have just said, I should have just left it at that and left like the audience to make up their own interpretation.
That's my secret trick.
Is
I'll
it?
tell you this right now, a little secret trade fact.
Okay.
When someone drops a penny, like
Right.
this 1 cent piece,
Right.
it'll drop on the floor. It will roll towards a corner. It will go
Jesus
between
Christ.
a wall and a floor. So
Yeah.
if you want to get as much money as possible, if you want to be making...
That edit was alright. This is
One
okay,
piece.
but like what I'm trying to do, this wannabe funny man shit is not working.
if you want
at
to be
all.
making 10p's,
I'm trying to be some kind of character, and you need to do this, and you need to go over here and pick up the pennies because you want to collect all the pennies, don't you? It's like, oh my
well,
god,
I'll tell you
shut
what
up.
you need to do. You need to go
Okay, I kind of
right
like this.
against
This
the
is
wall,
quite cool.
walk along it.
I like
Miles
that.
and
I like how
miles
shit it
and
looks.
miles.
That's
And
fun.
eventually, you
Want
will
more
find
like that.
penny. I will tell you, you will not just find 1 penny. You will find 2 pennies,
Yeah.
3 pennies, 4 pennies, 5 pennies. You will find sometimes even a whole £1.
Can you believe I was 23 when I made this? I was 23 years old. This isn't like, this is the sort of thing a 14-year-old would make. I was running out of ideas, admittedly. It's not fucking brilliant. It's awful. Yeah, here we are. There's more of these bloody 8-hour things. So you see I was trying to be some kind of content farm, and clearly it's not working. There's 49 views, 3 likes. Crap sound. Great. These videos actually, these are the closest ones to good. These are actually almost like the genesis of these videos that I'm
My
doing.
name's Joshua Morrison. I'm
You
here
see?
at yeah, my name's Joshua Morrison. I'm here at Morrison Productions. I'm out
Basically
here
the same as, hey up, my name's Joshua Morrison, director of Johnny Mozz's Lessons in Confidence.
Yeah, my name's Joshua Morrison. I'm here at Morrison Productions.
See?
I'm out here at Leek
Not bad.
Street. We're here to talk about the content tree and how...
And you see I'm doing it in 4:3 as well, and it's using the same, it's using this camera, the camera that I use to film everything, right? So it's doing the exact same thing. I think I put some noise on it or something.
You
but I
can
didn't
use the
really need
content
to,
tree
and I've
to
gone for more
help
contrasty
progress your
sort of
film.
look, which I don't like as
So,
much.
what is a content tree? First off, what is a tree? Okay, you got
Okay.
your oak, you got your birch, you
Yeah.
got your spruce, you got all the other trees that aren't in Minecraft. You got everything. So, you got trunk down the
That
middle.
is kind of a
right?
cool shot. I
Big,
will say.
big
I
part
am
of the
quite
tree.
proud of
That's
that.
kind of the most important part of the tree. You don't have any branches on the tree without.
Do you believe that I'm not in like fucking sub-Saharan Africa for like some of this? I'm actually okay. There, you'd obviously believe that, but I was in Devon or Dorset or somewhere like that.
Each
I was
of
stuck
those
there.
things. So first off, what's the trunk in this metaphor? Because this is all just one big metaphor, but it's something that you can use for yourself, right?
Yeah.
What is the trunk? The trunk is your film.
I feel like I might have gotten a little bit better at performing for the camera since this.
Okay? It's the main meat of
Right, I'm not
your
going to act
project.
like
It's
I'm
the
any
thing
kind
that
of
you're
like whiz
working
on the.
It's a whole
Shut up. I'm not going to pretend I'm like any kind of whiz as a presenter or anything like that. But I mean,
idea that you started, the vision that you started out with. This is the realization of it, the complete realization. That's what the trunk is, okay?
yeah, right.
Now,
What's the trunk?
you have some other additional elements with this because you
I
don't
had this idea of the content tree in my head for so long, and I thought it was the most genius thing ever. And there's some truth to it, but like the way that I'm going about it is just idiotic. Let's see what else we got. We have another one, which is the film equipment rabbit hole, which is actually a video. I'd like to do an update on this video.
You know when you're
Look
trying
at
to
the,
find
what's this shot? Why am I in the
for
corner?
that thing
Why
that
is
you wanna
everything
do,
out of focus
yeah?
bar this?
And it needs equipment to work, but it's all stuff that costs. And there is a limited amount of money in the world, and an even more limited amount of money that is in the hands of us normal people. So
I
what
don't think
you
we're normal
wanna
people.
do is spend your money in the most wise way
Yeah.
to get the most bang for your buck,
Yeah.
basically, right? So
Also,
quite
I'm
lo-
so glad that I don't have this hair anymore. When this was at the point when I had the long hair and I just couldn't be bothered to do anything with it, so I just tied it up all the time and it just looked shit. It just made me look like a rat the entire time, and it didn't help that I dressed like a hobo. Yeah, we got stuff like this, weird music videos that kind of. Oh, this one's public, but this one, the music video itself holds up. I don't know if the. No, the music doesn't hold up. The bass line's kind of fun. But it's like a struggle to actually do anything. I do like... Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. I do actually quite like the visuals. I don't remember what I did. I think I went on to Premiere and I just fucked with the colour wheels a lot. And I don't even know how I did this, but I spoke to someone and they said that people will apparently pay like £100 to get this done. So if you want this done, I can learn how to do it again and take your money. Yeah, what else we got? We got EBed. Now EBed was a series that I did 3 episodes of. I just watched like this kind of thing, where like he goes to the moon.
Fucking up all night, watching the telly, usual. Sun comes up, so it's time to get the heat done.
Yeah, so I did my own version. This one's not actually a very good representation of it, actually. I'm going to show you the other one. Show you the first one. Where is it? Here it is. This is the only one where there was a decent idea, because there was building works going on nearby and it was really annoying me. So I kind of thought... So I wanted to make something out of that, but I didn't bother to actually do that. I missed that glass. That was a good glass. And like, there's a look to it. I'm clearly trying to do something, but it's... Oh yeah, shit. Dungeons and that. I was trying to capture that really grungy teenage sort of Saturday morning. The light is blaring through the window and like everything feels gross, you know, kind of feeling.
For the past 3 hours.
That's why it's so
he's been
overexposed,
loose.
like. And shadowy, that was kind of the idea.
Digging up concrete.
Digging up concrete. Yeah, no, I shouldn't be allowed to do accents. I really shouldn't. I've been told that by verified sources. This song I remember being extremely proud of. Should we see if it holds up? I remember like thinking this was the best thing that I could ever make, and I would never ever top this at the time. I listened to this like again and again and again, and I was just blown away by the fact that I made it. Do you notice how every time I do like a new note on the guitar, it has to be plucked? There's no sliding around, there's no dynamics. It shouldn't be like that. Something's happening here. This music's on Spotify, and I swear to God, if I get demonetized on this video for playing my own music, I'm gonna be pissed. This bit's quite good. That bass line on the side is really gross. I don't like it. This is like some public domain film that I found. I think it does look kind of cool, and this particular shot fits what's going on. Like, I think I edited this okay, but I think combined with this random footage that I got on the motorway, it doesn't work. There's no hi-hats in, I think, the entire song. Yeah, it's literally just this. Oh, it goes faster, isn't it? I really thought this was something else. Yeesh. It's fucking awful. Let's see, what else have we got? We got Ambient England, a tour of motorways and countrysides. This, I believe, is literally just like throwing footage together and putting music under it. Yeah. You know how on the Johnny Mozza channel I've uploaded a couple like albums that are just like old stuff? That's basically what this is here. But it's like really old stuff. Stuff that is not holding up to the test of time. No. Like this. What is this? But do you know why I keep saying that you need to make stuff and keep making stuff? Because if I hadn't made like these 15 albums, I wouldn't be at the point where I am today where I can make stuff that I can make. And I think that me after another 15 albums will look back on the me now and think the same thing that I think onto this music. Well, I just look at it like this. What the fuck is that? Shut the fuck up. I remember this being another one I was proud of. Uses the exact same drums as the Century Theft one. I think this uses the same drums as well. This could have been okay, but it's not. It's a shame because I like the title Tower Block Blues. I want to use that for something, but I can't because I've used it now. Yeah, there's Century Theft. Yeah. Jesus. These are almost ideas that. There's some fun melodic ideas in that one, but I'm just completely talentless. Also, this is just me. This is my account, and I just pretended like I was a fan of myself and just commented on my own videos because I wanted to drive engagement up. So is this. So is this. This one isn't. Neither's this one. So it's just ridiculous. Like I'm having to pretend like I've got fans and followers and stuff, and I'm making this utter shite. Like, there's these awful skits as well. I'm not gonna play that one. I'm gonna play that one actually held up okay. This one is annoying because it could have been alright, but I feel like towards the end it gets a bit fucked. The beginning's alright. I think the beginning's good. Look, watch. I like this. Also, notice that I'm doing the exact same.
My name's Mr. Adelaide. Good to meet you.
I like how I'm using the height thing there and like how I'm cut off. That could be good. The problem is, I keep trying to play these like quirky fucking characters, and like I don't think I can do that. I'm a straight man, so like with Johnny Mozza, I've purposely written him to not be like anything that I am not like anyway. If that makes sense. I've written him to be just basically the exact same as me with the same cadence and the way that I talk. And the only difference is that he's very caught up in the 70s and over-romanticizes the past and sees the modern world as just like this fucked thing that I can't be bothered with. Which I kind of relate to. And I kind of agree with him in that sort of sense. But I have more of a like, you know, overarching holistic worldview to it. So I just need to shut that side out and then I'm Johnny Mozza. It's easy. Right? This, I'm trying to be some wacky fucking like lawyer thing.
Who? My name's Mr. Adelaide. I am with Granny
And I've
State
got the
Solicitor.
fucking hair. This hair, and look, what is that
I've heard
beard?
a little bit about your
This
case.
looks awful.
Yeah. I've heard about it from The Guardian, and I've heard about it from the Daily Mail,
Yeah.
and I've heard about it from the Sunday Express. However,
He's actually doing a
I
good
haven't heard
job.
from the man himself.
What am I fucking
Mr.
doing?
Spencer, eh?
Look, what's there to tell?
Mr. Spencer, eh? So, I thought that was fucking brilliant. No. It's worth watching just for him. Let's see. Got this old series as well. I couldn't even play guitar at this point. I literally couldn't play guitar. And I'm trying to make a...
Hello, and welcome back to Morrison Productions. Here, on a little bit of a tangent before we get into things, I have realised why Scandinavian artists are so good and why they were able to come up with such complicated technical death metal and extreme metal and all these crazy super fast things. It's because they live in cold places, right?
See, I'm noticing what I'm doing wrong. Right. Look at how much I'm all over the place like this. And I know I do a little bit of it still.
Fast things. It's because they live in cold places.
I do kind of like the edit, like sort of stuff that's going on.
The things. I have
I'm doing this
realised
YouTube
why
edit.
Scandinavian artists
That's
are
quite
so
good. I like that.
good, and why
And
they
I
were
like
able
this
to come
sort
up
of
with such
thing.
complicated technical death metal and extreme metal and all these crazy super.
But the problem is that I feel like everything I'm saying is like it's trying to lead up to a joke, but I have no punchlines. So I'm constantly trying to set up jokes that never pay off.
fast things. It's because they live in cold places.
Like, if I wanted to do that, they live in cold places. I need to look straight in the camera and not like break the eye
Come up with
contact.
such complicated.
Because if I break the eye
technical
contact, the
death
spell's
metal
broken.
and
Look.
extreme metal and all these crazy super
Get on with
fast things. It's because they live in cold
I'm not looking at the camera once.
places,
There, I do, and then I immediately dart off over there.
right?
Like I'm asking some person that's over there. That there's no one over there. But it's like I'm looking over there for someone's approval.
They live in cold places, and their hands don't get that cold. That's why they're able.
Look, I get it's a simple point, and like if I'd done it with some kind of comic like effect or whatever, I could have made that joke work, but I didn't. So.
To play really hard stuff. I was just recording one now and I was trying to talk about some stuff that you can do on the guitar. And honestly, it's a keyboard. And I'll have a cup of coffee while I'm doing it. Oh, that's hot.
I don't remember these being so fucking, like, wacky. I remember them being a lot more straight and to the point. I also don't remember there being quite so many cuts and, like, bits of B-roll and stuff. I thought it was just literally 2 cameras.
My favourite one is the tuba. I've used this one quite a lot.
I had 2 lav mics on, one that points down and one that points up at me. My favourite one is the tuba. Wah, wah, wah.
Sounds.
Yeah, you see, lav mic 1 for my voice, lav mic 2 for this.
Like that.
I need 2 lav
Like
mics
that.
for this.
Sounds a bit better.
God.
But when you add a chorus, like that's the thing with this. It gives you so many different kinds of instruments that you can just use them again and again and again and again. So, tell you what.
I feel like I need a moustache because looking at myself, my face just
don't
looks
really
empty. It just looks empty, and I can't describe it in any better way than that. Obviously the hair's shit, right? But completely clean shaven, it's just like there's something missing there.
To buy any piece of equipment, you just get this. You stick.
I'm bored of this one. I did 6 of these, and I don't think any of them are any good. Let's see, how far do we want to go back? I'm going to go back to the beginning of this content cycle that I was in. So we've got stuff like this, which... So this was a song I made about smoking indoors and how smoking indoors is brilliant. What is that? What is that? I'm walking in the town tonight. Like, jeez.
I just want to smoke on the district line. Come on, it's got aircon and it'll be alright.
This song sounds like cigarettes. And that's not a compliment. But do you know what's the scary thing is that this is actually one of the worst ones. I was actually doing the quality and quantity thing, the experiment, with this. So this is the quantity side, right? So decide if you like that. This is the quality side, okay? So let's see if this is a worse song. And then we'll check one video out, and then I think we're going to wrap this up. Yeah, this is just before I started doing the fake comments. Don't do fake comments, by the way, it's fucking stupid. Apart from the drums, this sounds alright so far. The drums sound fucking awful and they're way too loud. Oh, it sounds so much younger and more high pitched, but it's like my voice didn't really sound any different back then.
Away from home. Mysticism counts for children, but it's all I see through this foggy window.
Window! Oh god.
Once in a blue moon near you.
I spent like 5 months on this song, and it was not worth it. It was not worth it at all. So I did a video recently about why I don't like the rain, why I do like the rain, sorry. And it was based on this video that I did, which is let's see how well it holds up, because I don't think it's going to hold up that
This
well.
rain was recorded in October of 2018. This
Yeah.
sound predates any current affairs. And in the
What
year
the fuck am I talking about? What, the recording of the rain from 2018 predates any current affairs? What?
to come, it will predate any future current affairs.
What the fuck am I on about?
Whilst the world wasn't any kind of bastion of peace back in October of 2018, as time carries on, the pain of the moment is shed away until we're left with just the beauty of the past.
What?
What many people remember as nostalgia.
Sorry for the cut. What?
It's a nice sound, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Rain.
nice.
When you've gotten back from a long day and you come in dripping wet,
Yeah.
after you settle down for a cup of tea with a beer in and you just stare out of the window as the droplets trickle their way down.
There's no
Sky.
like vocal confidence in anything I'm
Right.
saying because I know what I'm saying is just total bollocks.
And the trees blow
I was trying to write about rain. It's like this.
and gushing wind as you're sat cozy in your
You can tell I thought I was such a fucking poet.
chair under the warm light of a lamp. There are the people who've only just gotten off work now and are rushing all around.
There are the people that have only just gotten off work right now, and now they come home and they look at the rain.
Around the city centre, taking trains and buses.
The city centre, taking trains and buses to look at the rain.
They're just so far away for you now.
I get I think I'm trying to do like a meditative sort of thing. Like this is meant to be a calming video, meant to relax to this after a stressful day. I think that's what I'm going for. But oh my god, this might be the worst one yet. It doesn't help all the footage looks like shit as well. Like it's so boring. And there's these black bars
Many
on the top of
people
the
try
bottom to
and
make it look more
avoid getting
cinematic.
caught in the rain where possible. But I
And why
personally
random
love it.
words just like highlighted in random colours?
I love watching my clothes get darker and darker as they're slowly devoured by the rain.
And the shadow looks awful. Like, I think I know what I'm going for. I'm going for those slick, clean videos that have the text in the middle, like inspirational videos that have like a minimalist look to them. And I'm doing it like this.
I love watching people rush around under the cover of their bags or huddled up close under bus stops or the overhangs of buildings.
You could see every jolt of the tripod there.
Rain is one of the most important processes to happen on Earth,
Is it
at
now?
least as far as the harbouring of life is concerned.
Okay.
When plants grow an extra inch within a week of a heavy storm, when the birds pick their prey as they emerge from under the soil.
What? Oh yeah, because rain causes them to come up. That wasn't very clear. I feel like I should have like referred to the rain in that example in some capacity. Yeah, you gonna say
When our
anything?
planet was formed and after it had stopped being on fire for 5 minutes, it rained.
See, this is another thing I used to do. I always used to try and like make stupid little jokes after it had been on fire for 5 minutes. Oh yeah, because the joke is, you know, the first era of the planet where everything was shit, the Hadean era where everything was all like on fire and that lasted for a very long time. But what if it didn't last for that long? Oh, it's subverting expectations.
A lot.
Yeah.
Over the next few 100 million years, the ocean slowly rose.
Yeah, did they
With some
now?
help from icy meteorites crashing into the Earth and
Meteorites.
melting their water deposits into these oceans.
Part of why I'm doing this video is because I've recently done a video called Your Old Stuff Holds Up Better Than You Think. This is not what I'm talking about. But you need some stuff that is like this, where you look at it and you go, Jesus Christ. Because for every one of these, there'll be a project that kind of holds up okay, right? Like, I kind of liked aspects of that how to play a song videos. Those seem to hold up well, which is funny because those were the filler content. Those are the ones that I didn't give a shit about. And I cared quite deeply about this video, for instance. So the stuff that I thought, like, whatever, just shite, just to churn out, whatever, that's the stuff I like now, and the stuff I feel like is held up the best. And the stuff that I care deeply about that I thought was, you know, making some grand artistic fucking statement is all shit. All of it.
I don't know what they
Not
have.
all of it. There's a couple like skits that are quite alright. Like this, I Will Not Stand for Moths. I remember this being alright. I haven't watched it for like 3
You know
years.
what I'm not going to tolerate anymore is moths. Clothes moths, to be exact.
It's lower quality audio on purpose, by the way.
They have a habit
I have to explain that. So
of just
it's clearly not a great artistic thing.
doing whatever they want. You know, some insect.
I
They
do
come
like my little like avatar. I feel like he looks kind of cool.
into your house and they
Like he's recognizable.
chill. They're nice. They get on and they just they don't bother you. You don't bother them. It's a very under the table kind of handshake sort of deal.
and you and the spider, or whatever it is, you can just get on fine. Spiders, I never have a problem with spiders. They can come in, and they can stay for a couple nights, and they can go, because that's what they do. They don't hang around, and they
That
start...
that was good.
They
I
don't
like
start
that.
eating my clothes, like these ones that have been coming in, these dickheads. They come in.
This one's
First,
really
there was
good.
one of them. There were two, actually. They were on a wall, and I blew on them just to make sure that they were alive. And they would come...
I feel like I keep leaning in, like, whenever I try and do, like, my talking for the camera voice back in these days, I always seem to try and, like, make myself sound more upper class than I actually am. And I don't know why I'm doing it.
life, and they kind of ooh around, and then they just go back to sleep.
They like to ooh around, and whenever I like the Moths, that's how I feel like I talk.
Whatever, I'll get on with my day, but you better be out by Thursday. And Thursday came and went,
Right.
and they're not gone. Instead, they've brought in all of their mates. But now I'm being swarmed. It's not like, you know, living in Brazil.
Do you know what it is? It's Colossal is Crazy. I feel like I'm ripping off Colossal is Crazy. Because everyone liked Colossal is Crazy in these days.
You are a weak man. A beta male. You are a fucking soy boy, a cuck, and every other 4chan word for this. What's the new one? Simp. You are a fucking simp. I'm
trying to do that, right? That should help maybe explain why it all sounds like this. Do you want to hear some really old music? This is from my trip to Bulgaria. Okay, this one is a heavier song, a little bit goth, a bit doom metal. Don't worry, they won't all be like that. It's going to be quite diverse. A bit of psychedelic rock, a bit of dark wave, a bit folk. It'll be a lot of fun. You should consider listening to it when it comes out. I know I will. Consider it, that is. And this album, I still haven't finished it. I actually kind of want to just get it out of the way and just release it, like, and make an album like soon. That's why I did. I recently did a live stream where I tried to come up with a song. We actually did, like, we made some good progress on a song actually, and that'll go on this get out of the way thing. See, I feel like there's some fun ideas that aren't being carried by talent. I like that. That's cool, I like that.
What's so special? What's so special? What's so special about me?
Why does this song need an acoustic guitar on it? I don't get it. Can you hear it?
What's so special?
What's so special? What's so special?
So special. What's so
That's interesting.
special about me?
Me.
Just another slave to the slaves around me.
Me. Like I actually think that's kind of a cool line. I'm just another slave to the slaves around me. That's a decent line. But when I go, to the slaves around me, no. I remember this song being like, I kind of like, I'm the awkward design flaw in the remote for the TV. The secrets are obviously simple to me. I'm the chain of a smile that you're so happy to see with cash in your hand for me every day. Okay, that bit was sort of shit. I'm the ghost in the papers, alive underneath the conspiracy known only to me, and a fresh taste of heaven just tells me nothing, as I'm the hole in your pocket, strollers are dropping the answer to my questions 5 stations later that say, I don't know what half of that means. What does 5 stations later mean? 5 stations as in what, like train stations? Are the stations saying something? What are the stations saying? Are the stations saying what's so special about me, as in themselves? I don't get it. I don't quite understand what is going on here. So I hope you've managed to sort of get some sort of sense of like how a creative journey goes, and how you're going to get, like, if you're at the beginning of your creative journey, right, and you feel like every time you make something it gets you down because it's a load of shite, And you maybe see people that inspire you and you think, oh, they make such good stuff, they've got some inherent talent. No, they don't. And I hope this can like tell you, like, would you have subscribed to a channel that released this stuff? Like, if you've subscribed to Johnny Mozza, would you have subscribed to this? Like, seriously. This is shite. And there's more of it. Right? And there's a whole other section of even more types of content, right? They just keep going and going. Okay, it doesn't keep going and going, but like, I'll do another video about this 2017 stuff at some point, and then probably a video about this college stuff, because it's kind of funny. And look at the dislike ratios. The dislike ratios are through the roof. People apparently like this one. Why did they like this? It's what I looked like about like nearly 7 years ago.
Hello, my name's Josh Morse and I'm here to talk to you about
I'm only 25, so I was like 17 at this point.
media briefs. They are a to-do list for productions. When you make something for a client, they'll have a few things they want you to do in particular, whether written or spoken.
I love how, like, even back then, I'm still doing the 4-3 thing.
This list
I'm
of
just
things
obsessed with it.
It's called a brief, and it's very important
My hair
that
is
you follow
really,
this brief
really
to
gorgeous
a
in this.
statement of intent and determines
I feel like it's hair that should be on a woman's head, though.
what you want.
Like,
how you want it
it's
done,
got a
and what
feminineness to it.
success will look like. Don't rush writing a brief, as it's one of the most important documents to your production.
Maybe I'm
It is
a trans
important as a
man.
script itself. And like how you do a couple drafts of your script to make sure it's absolutely perfect, do a couple drafts of your brief to make sure that it's absolutely perfect as well.
It's somehow weird. Like, it seems like in between 2017 and 2022, I learnt nothing. I learnt nothing about video production. It doesn't seem like I improved in the slightest. I don't know what I spent all that time doing. This is ridiculous. I need to close this out with just something that holds, like, something new. I want to hear what my voice sounds like now. Like, I'm not gonna say like this is the greatest song in the fucking world or anything. I'm not like, this is brilliant, this holds up. I'm not like, I don't think it does. And I reckon I'll probably look back on this in maybe 5 years and think this is a load of shit as well. But you know what? I made this for a reason. I made that with intent and a purpose. Unlike basically everything that you saw before, which was literally just me sat there like, I need to make a video. Or I make a video about. And it's like, yeah, you kind of do that, but like, that's the nugget of like the drive to do something. That's not the idea itself, right? Ugh. I hope you managed to get something out of this, which is that you are way better than you think, right? Because you're not making this sort of shite. Not this, like, but like this sort of shite, or 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 this sort of shite. Particularly this sort of shite, alright? So just don't be so precious about the stuff you're gonna make, because especially at first, it's all gonna kind of come out like this anyway. So the more you do, the more you will learn, as long as you are actively trying to improve, right? Which is, I think, the step that I missed. I wasn't trying to improve in any capacity. I was just convinced I was perfect, and so I just kept doing it. And no, you need someone to occasionally sit down and just go, listen, you're making a load of shite at the moment, and you need to change it up, okay? No one told me that I was making shite for the longest time, and I really would like, if the videos I make are shite now, I want you to tell me, okay? Because I can take criticism, I can take heat, I don't mind, right? I'm not precious about it, but as long as you just don't insult people like that, like don't deserve it. Like, I don't mind you insulting me, but don't insult anyone that is like related to this channel, or like that might come on the channel as a guest, or someone that I thank in the credit, or anything like that. Don't insult anyone there to do with that, because that is annoying. yeah. Learn to take criticism. Oh, okay. The card's full, and the video's basically over anyway. So, thank you very much for watching this one, everybody. Hope you have a good one, and take care, and bye bye.